Okay, so it's passport renewal time for me, which is why I'm out here just behind the London drugs waiting for our photos to process. But I'm here breathing in this poor BC air. The wildfire's really going hard in the interior. Super unfortunate to see there, so I hope we're able to fix that up for the province in general. But either way, we've got some big news to talk about here. The Vancouver Canucks have signed forward Jason Dickinson to a 3-year, $2.65 million AAV contract. And honestly, I think Jim Benning's been doing a pretty good job. We've said this entire time, spanning back to Sven Berchi and Bo and Brock and Demko and all them. When it comes to RFAs, Benning does work. You know, Benning overpays on the UFAs, we know that. He overpays on the extensions for the guys that probably don't deserve the money, like Goodbranson and Sutter and all of them. But when it comes to the restricted free agents, oh boy, Benning does work here. So Jason Dickinson, 26 years old, 2.65 for the next 3 seasons. He's a guy who, when you look at the numbers, you say, okay, this guy's a center. He's a middle six caliber guy. What is he? He puts up 20 points a season. That's not that great. Wrong, my friend. That's kind of where the stats kind of deceive you, because Jason Dickinson is a player who really brings out a big chunk of his value off the score sheet. It comes on the penalty kill. It comes in his own end. It comes on defensive zone draws. It comes in every facet of the game that goes 200 feet. Sure, you might get, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 goals out of Dickinson a year. You might get 20, 30 points out of him a year, maybe a little bit less, but what he brings is really good stability to the middle six, and he is one of the better shutdown defensive centers in the entire NHL, just based off of his advanced analytics. I don't have it in front of me right here, but the WAR charts, the wins above replacement charts, he had like a 99 percentile, which means that he is literally in the top 1% of NHL centers when it comes to defensive play. And there's a reason why Dallas Stars fans were super upset and, you know, kind of just regretful seeing him get traded to the Vancouver Canucks for a third-round pick, albeit it was his negotiation rights, not really the player himself. But the Vancouver Canucks go out there, they avoid arbitration here by signing Dickinson to this contract. And as we said in the video earlier today, you know, we made a video talking about the Canucks roster, talking about the shutdown lines, and comparing this year's team to the team 2 years ago in the bubble, or it's technically just 1 year ago, but we're going to say 2 years ago because 2022 season versus the 2020 season, you kind of get the idea right there, right? This is our guy that is going to allow Bo Horvat to really go out there and do things that makes Bo Horvat such a good offensive presence. We know Horvat's really good shutdown. We know he can play on a shutdown line. He did it with Pearson and Eriksson for the entirety of 2019-20. But when Bo Horvat plays that role, it's almost like that Philippe Deneau syndrome in Montreal. He goes out there, he shuts down opposing teams' top lines, but he doesn't really get the opportunity to produce himself, which is why a guy like Dickinson coming in, playing third-line minutes, playing all the defensive zone draws, etc., is a really good stability kind of move right here for the Canucks, because it allows them to give Horvat offensive zone time. It allows him to play more on the power play and not really use up the majority of his skills on the penalty kill. This is another one of these guys, along with the Brandon Sutters, honestly. Sutter, as I said in the previous video earlier today, he's really strong when it comes to defensive zone, just fourth line minutes play. It's just when you give him top 6 minutes, that's when he starts to crumble away. But having a center core with Horvat, Dickinson, Sutter, super responsible down the middle. You also have JT Miller, who pretty much plays center as well on the Lotto line, on the first line right there. So I really like this move over here for $2.65 million. If Dickinson brings what we think he would be able to, then this could be a really, really good contract for a guy that doesn't put up too many points, but who just makes your hockey team better overall. So talk to me in the comments what you think about Jason Dickinson getting re-signed by the Vancouver Canucks, 2.65 AAV. If that is incorrect, then I swear to goodness gracious, somebody's going to comment in the comment section below and listen to those comments instead. But I got to go get my photos because we are still renewing our passports over here. And this air is really starting to get to me, man. Talk to me in the comments what you think. I hope you enjoyed. This was Josh 99. And bye.